everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. I said that really fast.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I only have Joe.
Hey, man. It's just me.
Yeah. Sign off if you like Jimmy, but stay if you like fun. It is the second week of the First and Last summer camp where we live, or relive, childhood. I was going to say childhood dreams.
Yeah. But you were about to say trauma too.
Trauma. I don't think it was trauma, drama, or dreams. It was childhood reality shows that we watched.
I did have a question about that. For the theme of summer camp, is it specifically? It's not just childhood shows. It's childhood shows from our childhood. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of how it worked last time, right? I picked the Transformers that I watched. Mm-hmm. Jimmy picked the X-Men that he watched.
Yeah, and I picked Alex Mack, which is like a little bit of an older kid show. But
did you go off the rails this week?
No, and because I signed up for a free trial of Paramount Plus, I was able to get the exact show that I wanted.
Okay.
But when I was considering not signing up for that free trial, I was like, well, should I just pick this other random Nickelodeon show that's some part of some Zoomer's childhood?
Oh. No, I don't think we need to do that. I thought maybe, if anything, you would pick a show that was kind of escaped you as a child that you were kind of interested in.
I guess there's also
maybe
that,
you could never get home from school in time or something.
I feel like I know our audience, and it's more millennial than Zoomer, and they don't want to hear about Sam and Cat or whatever is on Nickelodeon now.
I don't know what that is or what that means. So
I was scrolling through. I think it's Ariana Grande. I think that's her.
She was like a Disney kid or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, Joe, what is First and Last for the uninitiated who just like summer camps and came and were like, okay,
just I'm here for it. It's a TV pod where specifically we take a show and watch only the first episode and only the last episode. Nothing in between. So it really benefits for shows that evolve over time and have a specific beginning and end. So if you're suggesting shows, try not to suggest shows that either had a season or are just don't have an overarching theme and just episodes.
I mean, we watched Fear Factor.
Yeah, we did. But those are still there's a difference between the beginning and end of Fear Factor.
This is true. This is true. I did go back and watch the WWE Fear Factor 1 after we watched Fear Factor. And I guess all of Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I mean, there's if you could describe 2002 in one phrase, WWE superstars on Fear Factor is probably a good way to
probably
start.
Probably it right there, yeah. And TRL's playing in the background or something like that.
If you're a Zoomer and you want to understand what we went through.
Play hacky sack with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
It's more late 90s, I guess, but whatever. Okay, well, it's your show. You got to pick. I picked Spider-Man last week.
Which is a great pick. I mean, Fox Kids, Saturday morning cartoon. I feel like that's a very big chunk of, you take that and you take Pogs, you've got your 8-year-old Joe starter kit.
Yeah, it's probably my 8-year-old starter kit too. Slightly old. I'm a couple years older, so maybe my 10-year-old starter kit, I guess.
Yeah. So as per tradition, I wanted to pick a show that was live action as opposed to cartoon, and maybe a little bit older targeted as opposed to single digit kids. And then also cable as opposed to network television.
Did you go Nickelodeon again then?
Yes. I went Nickelodeon, kind of in the same vein of Alex Mack.
I immediately went to Salute Your Shorts.
Ooh, Salute Your Shorts was my favorite Nickelodeon show.
Uh-huh.
But I just didn't pick it because it only had 1.5 seasons.
Oh, it did? I didn't know that. I just remember I'm sure I probably even told this story when we had summer camp last time, but it was on in the afternoon. It was Salute Your Shorts and Hey Dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably Hey Dude
and stuff like that. And I was the older kid in a in daycare.
The day camp, yeah.
So I didn't have to take a nap. So I just got to hang out in the basement of this lady's house and watch the like Nickelodeon in the afternoon like live action kid shows.
It's just like a weird little dip in your life where like you're too old and too young for naps. I feel like it's like between the ages of like 10 and maybe 15, you're like, I don't need naps anymore. But then once you're older than that, you're like, man, I could really use a nap.
Yeah, when you're older, you're like, oh man, naps are great. What was I doing? But like, yeah, college kids sometimes. I mean, you take naps in college because you were up till 5.
Yeah. Well, I made the mistake my freshman year of going like, man, I have the freedom to schedule my classes, and like that's just how I dictate my day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh shit, and like I'm only taking like 4 hours of class per day, because that's just like
that's how college works.
Yeah, like you end up doing more work outside of like class and stuff.
Yeah.
But so I scheduled all of my classes from 8 a.m. to noon every day for my first semester, because I was just like, this is great. I'll be done with school at noon and I'll just have the rest of the day to myself. Hell yeah.
And then you found out how much goes on at night in college?
Yeah. Well, and just that, like, I never want to be up at 8 a.m. and like going to class. So it's just like, what I would do is like, if I show up at class at 8 a.m., I'm going to show up, maybe be okay for that 8 a.m. class because I'm like hyped for the day. But then those like 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. classes, I'm for sure asleep. Like I remember this, just like I remember trying to sit in the front of the lecture hall to like force myself to be awake, but I would just sleep.
I benefited from my college. Yours is in the Midwest as well, but I benefited from the fact that all of our buildings were connected via skyways, and so we never had to go outside.
Okay.
So that meant when you have a like early January or like late December or, you know, like right before Christmas break type, like it's winter and it's hell outside.
Yeah.
But you were up too late. You just get up still in like your pajamas, basically. You're slightly like cleaned up, and then you just shuffle your way to class, never having to even walk outside at all. Deal with it. And so people just came to class and are like, I'm here. That's all you've asked from me to do.
Yeah. That's a weird window of like, I care enough to go to this class, but I also like don't care enough to like.
It would depend on teacher. A teacher might say like, you have to come, like you have an attendance scenario. And some teachers were like, well, I mean, if you don't come, then you just won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Then screw you, kind of thing.
Mine was a weird thing where like my heart was in it, and it was like, I really should be here for this like lab lecture and really like try to learn about the things before I go to lab. But
young freshman Joe was like that. Yeah.
But then when I'm there, I'm just like, no, I'm sleepy.
Oh my God, why did I do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just gonna turn on the overhead and talk. I'm asleep.
Is there that 5 minutes when you get there and for some reason the teacher isn't there yet, and you're like,
yeah,
and the whole class goes, how long do we have to wait until we get to not have class today?
Well, and these are big lectures too, because you're like freshmen, and so like the professor is just like looking at me going like, this kid's gonna fall asleep in the front row, then like fuck him. I'm not even gonna like try to wake him up or anything. Like if he wants to just sleep through this class, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I have much more important shit to deal with than some freshman who doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's fair. So I mean,
anyways,
we got off base a little bit there, but what show did you pick?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the show.
No.
Oh man. So I did pick Hey Dude.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Hey Dude.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this theme song hit.
So Hey Dude is, let me see if I can remember it correctly. It is the kids show, and they're on like a dude ranch. Right?
In like the Southwest.
In the Southwest. I don't think I know why there's a bunch of like kids around. Is it a summer camp scenario?
I think the idea is it is summer, but it's like it's a resort, and these teenagers just like work there as their summer job.
Okay. So they're like 15 to 18 maybe, or kind of thing, and they're hanging out. I remember
Yeah, I think they all work there, and like they like, you know, take the tourists on like horse rides and like lifeguard the pool and stuff like that. Man,
I'm trying. I'm when I'm thinking, I'm like, am I mixing the Stickly shows up? can't remember. What did it run? You got some deets for me?
Yeah, so it ran from July 14, 1989 to August 30, 1991, which is like you probably remember watching that show though in more like 1994.
Yeah.
Just because like with these
there's no way I watched it when in 89.
Yeah. With these Nickelodeon shows, they just like they had the original airing and then they just like kept airing these over and over again over the summers.
Wait, so according to what I'm seeing, you're saying it went for 2 years, but it went for 5 seasons?
Yeah, exactly.
So it just was on every day.
I think pretty much, yeah, and they just crammed in multiple seasons per year.
It's the Power Rangers of Dude Ranches.
Exactly, yeah. Well, and I had watched a documentary on Nickelodeon, or like the early days of Nickelodeon recently. And I remember from that documentary that they said that like this is one of the first like original shows that they had produced for Nickelodeon. When they had first started, it was like they were just buying up cheap kid shows from other networks and showing it on Nickelodeon.
Okay.
But this is one of the first ones that they had specifically produced for Nickelodeon. And it was just like the production values were like real low to start because it was just like, fuck it, we'll just like get these kids out in the desert and like film on location. And like, so it was just like 1,000,000 degrees and just like probably like illegal child labor laws, like child labor, like working conditions by today's standards or something. But like they were just like hustling in like 1989 for this kids network.
That's crazy. In my mind, I think I don't know how this is even possible, but for some reason I think I'm getting like my remembrance of like American Pie when they went to band camp that one time mixed up also with Hey Dude.
Hey Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My memory works real good these days, Joe.
It's real good, yeah.
Yeah, it works real good.
So yeah, so they just like filmed on location at this actual resort in Arizona, but they like built a few new buildings to like be sets because like the actual resort was like a little bit more modern than what they wanted, and they wanted it to look like a old west like dude ranch.
Okay, so it is filmed in the United States of America.
Yeah.
As to opposed to what I would assume like it's not like a Are You Afraid of the Dark or something where it's like a Canadian show.
Yeah.
Because that seems like what all these younger live action kids shows were elsewhere. They were all Canadian shows.
No, yeah. This was specifically produced for Nickelodeon before they had their studio set up in Orlando, Florida. So it's like produced on location in Arizona, whereas like Salute Your Shorts was early too, and it was produced on location in somewhere in California. Okay. But then later they started filming everything in Florida.
So this is going to be a pretty rough first episode.
I think so, yeah. I think production-wise is going to be pretty rough.
I think I'm gonna look fully through all of the rough and be like, oh yeah. Well, especially if the theme song in the first episode is like what I remember it being, and I don't. Yeah, I just about as long as I hear "Hey, dude," I'm gonna be like, yeah, teleport it back.
Yeah, that's
teleport it back to the basement of my babysitter.
Yeah, hopefully they spent that budget on that early, and they're just like, we got to make sure this theme song hits.
I hope they do. And I hope it does. I don't know if I have much more about it. I'm like, it's going to be...
Do you remember any of the characters? Or?
None.
Okay.
Like, Bub. No, I'm just kidding. There's like an old guy that obviously like, maybe he's not even that old, but he like owns the Dude Ranch thing.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like there's a bunch of kids and they interact with him.
There's a bunch of kids. I remember that.
Is there a lady that like tends the horses?
Probably.
I'm making
probably some bunch of horse girls in this. But one of them is whatchamacallit, and I don't know if she's in the series from the beginning, but she's Ben Stiller's wife, and I don't remember her name now.
Oh, I don't know her name either. She's a Sally Sitwell in in Arrested Development.
Yeah,
Sitwell.
This is like kind of her first big thing, but I think that's the only like notable cast member.
You said Ben Stiller, and we're talking about Dude Ranch, and it's like summer camp, and now you made me want to watch Heavyweights, which is one of the best Ben Stiller movies ever made.
Like, I'm definitely aware of that movie, but I don't know that I've seen it all the way through.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, we should just get into it. I think.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Because we can talk about all of the fun things we remember after it jogs.
After we get these smelling salts and awaken it.
Anybody that saw it and went, hey, dude, we all know what's going on. And all you other people, you're going to have to wait about 25 seconds until we're done with this first episode. So we'll be back after the first one. It's called Day 1 at the Bar None.
Ooh, all right.
I like it. All right, we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Hey Dude.
Hey.
It was called Day 1 at the Bar None, and there's a one sentence write-up, so I'll read it.
Okay.
We didn't decide. There's no Jimmy. Should have him phone in, record his.
Yeah, we'll patch it in later.
Yeah. The series premiere of Hey Dude introduced us to the show's characters, Ted, Danny, Brad, Lucy, Melody, Mr. Ernst, and his accident-prone son, Buddy.
Oh, his accident of a son, Buddy.
I mean, Buddy did say, he's like, well, I haven't hung out with my dad very much.
We didn't see him be accident-prone in this episode, right?
He didn't do anything accident-prone.
He's just talking about how he likes surprises. He likes to do surprises.
He was a little nerd, but he wasn't accident-prone. That's about it.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, really, all this was day 1. Everyone was returning. Ted, Melody, and Danny were all returning counselor/workers or whatever.
You could tell that they knew each other. They work at this ranch that's essentially a resort. There's horses and shit.
I want to say counselor because I keep thinking it's like a kids camp, but it's not. It's
Ted got promoted to senior staff, which
doesn't mean anything.
Seems like it's meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, I don't really know what he does. He's also maybe just staff, but Melody is a lifeguard, she had said.
Oh yeah. I wrote Danny, when I wrote the characters' names, I wrote Danny - coolest one.
Yeah, real chill dude.
Yeah, real chill, cool dude. Ted's like the kind of kid I wouldn't have wanted to be friends with, probably. Yeah. Except if forced to work with at a dude ranch.
He's the worst of teenagers, where he's really he's really trying to impress and trying to do too much.
Yeah. And who he's definitely trying to impress is the new girl, Brad.
Yeah. Who showed up in a white limousine.
Oh, is that okay? And then she was also wearing I don't know what people in the late 80s would consider fashionable.
Yeah. She's definitely high fashion, showing up at this dude ranch. So of course Ted thinks that she's another guest.
Yeah.
Right. And the entire time is treating her like she's just well, he's hitting on her the whole time, but aside from that, he's also just being oh, I'll show you what a real cowboy is and failing at everything.
Except that Ted doesn't know what a real cowboy is at all. Yeah, and then it comes. The big whole thing about that is he tries to ride a horse to impress her, but it's one of the wild horses.
Yeah, apparently they just have a wild horse at the ranch for guests.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And he tries to ride a wild horse, and then she's like, "No, you're not going to do that." And then later on the episode, she's like, I'm the riding instructor," and then she just gets right up on it as if she did anything different,
Yeah, she just hopped on and
they switched out horses and let her get
there
on.
Was there was a slow-mo montage of this girl riding this horse, and she had calmed it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I should have put this in my predictions, and maybe you did, but man, Ted fell in or got covered in a lot of different things. He
fell in the water trough twice.
Mm-hmm. He just rolled around in all the dirt and dust.
Yeah.
So he was dusty. When he got kicked off the horse, he fell into what seemed to be a horse poop pond or something.
It had to be, yeah. I was trying to figure out whether it was poop or a pond, but it had to be a combination. It's just the little pond where the horses poop.
Yeah, it's the horses poop in the pond. And then
it was brown and wet, but also very large, unlike a normal pile of horse shit.
Yeah, it was odd. And then at the end, all 3 of the kids, Danny, Melody, and Brad, all sprayed him with a hose.
Mm-hmm.
So Ted had it. I mean, he deserved literally every single one of those.
Yeah. He needs to be put in his place for sure. He's
yeah.
gonna hurt himself with the way that he's acting.
Poor Ted, but not really. And then the other thing, honestly, is just that they never even talked about it, the old owner or whatever. But there was a new owner. His name's Mr. Ernst. And he's an accountant from New York who just bought the ranch.
Yeah,
in Arizona.
The real like Mr. Ernst and his son Buddy are just like these city slickers that like don't know what life is like out in the West or something. That's the kind of vibe.
Yeah. I mean, I think Buddy said at some point, he's like, yeah, my dad just kind of does stuff.
Yeah.
Like he just whatever. So it just sounds like Mr. Ernst is kind of like a miniature Mr. Magoo that has a lot of money that just buys stuff. Because his whole thing was he was walking around because his feet hurt, basically, because he was wearing cowboy boots and he's like never worn them before. And that was it. And then, Buddy. And I don't know. Buddy was a terrible kid actor.
Yeah.
Real bad.
I had read, I think on the Wikipedia, I had read this, that he, like, when Nickelodeon was in Arizona, they, like, wanted to cast some local kids for the show.
Oh, okay.
And, like, so he had won, like, a casting call out of, like, all these, like, local Tucson kids. So, like, he's not literally an actor, yeah.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, not that everybody else was like great actors by any means, but like it felt like up to the par of like okay kid actors.
Yeah, they're definitely kid actors for sure.
Yeah, so that was whatever. But yeah, Buddy was like, I'm just saying words and staring off into space. I don't know what's going on.
He looked like he'd like never been in a play before or something.
No, he was probably like one of those, can't do a play, Mom. That's dumb.
But yeah, Buddy's vibe is essentially just like, I don't really want to be here. I'm here with my dad, who I don't even really know that well. And he like was talking to Melody about how he like essentially likes to like do pranks and stuff. And like he said he likes to do surprises. And
yeah, the conversation he had with Brad about like what he's into was like, I think if I had that conversation with a kid, I'd be like, what?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Because he didn't say like, oh, I like to pull pranks on people. He's like, I like to do surprises.
Yeah.
It's like, what does that mean? And then like the surprise that they did was they pushed Ted into the watering trough.
Sometimes you just got to shove Ted in the water.
I mean, and if it was anybody else, it'd be like, you guys are dicks.
Yeah. If they like shoved Danny into the water and be like, come on, man.
Come on. Danny's so cool.
He was trying to help.
Yeah. Danny was probably like trying to be your friend. And Danny probably will still be your friend. Yeah. Because Danny's so cool. Man. I mean, did it hit the nostalgia button? Did it work? Did you love it?
I mean, as soon as the theme song hit, because we were talking about that theme song, and like they did have the theme song for the first episode.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. It's like a call and response, and like, man, that's a great intro.
Yeah. It is pretty sweet. Now I'm like, please don't get rid of it for the last episode.
Yeah, it did hit. I mean, I was talking about how I thought the production value would be pretty low. I think the writing and stuff necessarily isn't bad, but just the there's like little like production things that like it seems like they're still trying to work out how to film on this like on location set in the middle of Arizona, where it's just like there's a lot of parts where like it's like too windy and I can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, I think, I definitely caught some audio issues every once in a while. I was like, oh, this sounds weird. And I think I even like, they were like inside when they were in the dorms, like right away. I was like, why is it just, you forget the boom mic? What are you trying to do here?
Or just weird stuff where it's like, there were some scenes inside where it just like looked too bright. And I'm just like, and they haven't really quite figured out like, how to light this more naturally.
Trying to make everything look like it's outside. No matter what. Oh yeah, did Mr. Ernst ever find his office?
I don't think so. One of the kids had mentioned, because Mr. Ernst showed up and like he knows nothing about the ranch and like not even where his office is. And one of the kids had mentioned early on, I thought that like Mr. Ernst's office is like the only building with air conditioning.
That's what Melody told him. Yeah.
And I thought that there was going to be some sort of plot line where like the kids show Mr. Ernst this like closet or something and they're like, this is your office, and like they're like chilling in his actual office in the air conditioning or something.
They weren't mean to him by any means. They didn't like pull a prank on him or anything, which I mean, why pull a prank on the like new buffoon like owner when you've got a Ted, I guess?
Yeah, you got a Ted.
Yeah.
Plus, like, if you can, like, this guy, I mean, Mr. Ernst is kind of a lot like Ted, too, where he, like, is out of his element and trying to impress. Like, you can use that to your advantage if you're a, like, cunning enough kid.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you could just run this ranch and, like, get Mr. Ernst to do whatever you want him to do.
Yeah, I'm looking at the air dates here.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1 and 2 just went straight once a week, straight through.
Yeah.
And then they took like a 3-month break.
Okay.
And then they were taking breaks a little bit on that, because I was wondering how 65 episodes in 2 years for 5 seasons happened. Interesting.
Had to churn them out. They didn't really have any other shows.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, let's be honest. If you watched this at all when you were a kid, I think it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely some slight issues, but I don't think it was any like worse. Maybe a little worse, but like not glaringly much worse than like the first episode of like Are You Afraid of the Dark or anything like.
Yeah.
I mean, those were pretty cheesy bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is like trying to do a thing. I'm wondering if they're gonna have like guests. I can't remember. Do they have like guest stars where it's like they interact with like Gerald, the guy visiting from Texas? And stuff like
really interesting guests. Because
obviously they're
over the country or whatever.
Yeah, because obviously there should be guests, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really remember the show well enough.
I really just remember like these kids like hanging out with each other and the theme song.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out. I'll come when we get past the final episode. I'm like, did I only like the theme song in this show?
Just watch the first 5 minutes and then you're asleep, just napping.
I didn't take naps, Joe. I was too old.
That's why I was awake watching these shows.
I was too old and too young to take naps. That's how it works. I mean, is there anything? What else is there? It was a pretty basic episode.
It was pretty basic. I wonder if they get more into it in the rest of the season. But at this point, it seems like Ted and Brad, the like show off and the horse instructor, or horse riding instructor. She's not instructing the horses.
What two terrible titles? I'm Brad, the show off. Or no, sorry, I'm Ted, the show off, and I'm Brad, the horse instructor.
The horse instructor. I teach the horses.
I teach horses.
It seems like those are like the only two characters.
What do you mean? Danny's character is cool dude.
Yeah, Danny, cool dude. Melody, cool chick.
Buddy likes to do tricks.
Yeah, and Buddy and Mr. Ernst they're not so much characters so much as just like they're just people in a situation at this point. Like,
yeah. And curious, they didn't really use either one of those characters as like a regular device to like basically fill in, you put the new people in and then the audience learns when the new people learn.
Yeah, right.
But
they weren't really part of it.
They were not used for that at all.
Yeah.
They were just like side parts of whatever scene they were in.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Buddy and Mr. Ernst are there and they have characteristics, but they're not really... They don't have personalities.
They're barely
guess,
people.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just kid from New York who doesn't like being here, guy who's out of his element.
Yeah.
But that's not a personality. Where it's like Ted, like you really get his personality where he's like very much like he's a little bit cocky and like his friends Melody and Danny keep saying like, oh yeah, he's a good guy once you get to know him. But like, we haven't really seen it yet.
They actually also specifically said, I think after Melody said that to Brad, Brad was like, oh yeah, what's like good about him? And she was like, he's fine. He's a good guy. I promise he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that was kind of supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
But also I was like, oh man, come on. Come up with one thing.
That is very true though, that like, especially in high school, but maybe even beyond too, that like you have a lot of friends that like, you don't really like that much, you kind of rag on, and if someone were to ask you, like, what do you like about this person? Why are you friends? You'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know. We just go way back, I guess.
I think I pretty much officially don't have any of those people in my
Yeah,
life
not anymore. Yeah, at this
gone.
point, you've weeded them out. But
Yeah, you're like, yeah. When someone said what's good about them, I was like, and then I just I stopped hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, there's that, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see if if by the end they have more filled out characters, but I don't know. I almost feel like with a kids show, you don't really need like super dimensional characters for every character on the show.
I don't need Mr. Ernst to really do anything more besides just not know what's going on.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
he's like I'm a kid, I'm watching a show, and he's like the only adult, really.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lady named Lucy that showed up at the end.
I forgot about Lucy.
But she was just kind of like, I ain't gonna tell Mr. Ernst about this.
She seems like the one person who like knows what's like going on.
Yeah, she seems like if anybody's gonna be an authority figure at any point, it might be her.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, yeah, it's just like, oh, the other guy, yeah, no, he's just a dumb adult because we're kids, so screw that guy. And they probably use Buddy to drive like some silly plots, maybe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that leads me to a prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buddy, dead or gone by the last episode.
Oh, you think they're just done with Buddy?
I just don't. Why? Come on.
Like based on his acting talent?
Yeah, just based on like he doesn't need to be there.
Okay.
And 65 episodes later, I think they went, all right, you won season 1.
Yeah.
But like, you didn't come back with Mr. Ernst in the next summer or whatever.
Yeah.
However, they're developed.
At the beginning of every episode, they're just like, hey, where's Buddy? Like, oh, he's just off on a walk.
Yeah. Maybe he's
on.
there. Yeah, maybe they act like he's there, but he never is on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Something like that. So that's my first one.
Hey, I just talked to Buddy. He's going to take a nap for a while. He's not feeling well.
Yeah, Buddy's too young. He takes naps still. My second one is that Ted finally impresses Brad.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. I was going to say that he finally like rides a horse, but I went with impresses Brad. I think the two coolest kids on the ranch are dating, aka Danny and Melody are dating.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure that if they were going to do an actual like kid romance story.
I almost said Danny and Melody smooch, but
No.
I was like, I don't think there's going to be any kissing.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be
not interracial kissing.
not in 1991 or whenever. But I think those two are fun, and I think they should get together.
Yeah. But I also kind of feel like that's their vibe, is like they're both cool, so nothing's going to go on with them.
Right. We're going to have to really pay attention for me to probably get any formal point on that one, but we'll see. And then my last one, I think it's ending because Mr. Ernst is selling the ranch.
Okay.
I think
Think
that's
he's
how
just
they
done
end
with
it. Yeah.
Man, do you think like the next owner, like, do you think he's selling the ranch and then all the kids are leaving because like the next owner sucks or something, or?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of just think maybe it's just the end of summer and potentially the ranch is like, oh, our season's over. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it is Arizona, so do they even have seasons? It's 100 degrees no matter what day it is, right?
Yeah. Well, like the kids got to go back to school.
Yeah. So like their season's over.
Yeah.
And I just think it also just coincides with him selling it. Also, I mean, maybe they actually like acknowledge that it's been 2.5 years or whatever, and these kids now probably slightly look older. Mm-hmm. Like they've grown up, and
I was trying to like look up some ages, and I can't find information about these actors.
No, that's the problem, is they might look almost like the only thing that might change is the quality of the camera.
Yeah. Even what, like for Danny specifically, like
I feel like Danny could be 24 years old, like in real life,
be.
right? Yeah.
Well, like when I was like trying to look up stuff like about him after, like there's a bunch of stuff on this website that was just like, no one really knows what happened to Danny. Like at least all the other cast members, there have been like reunions and stuff and they've shown up, but like no one's seen anything or like mentioned what happened to Danny.
The mystery of Danny?
Yeah, there's rumors that he like died.
Oh no.
But like no one really knows what happened to Danny past like 2004.
Damn, if you would have told me Ted died, I'd be like, oh, well, oh, whatever. I hope Danny's fine.
He vanished. No one knows.
Now I'm going to do some research. We're going to figure out what happened to Danny.
He's probably just out there and like is trying hard to not be found. And
Danny, if you're listening, you can hit us up at FNL Podcast. And we want to know you're okay. Insert your real name. I don't know what the actor's name is.
I forget. It was something Torres. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Was it Jose Torres or was it Paul Torres?
I don't remember.
It could be one of those two or a third name I did say. Okay, what do you got?
I have so Buddy is the kid from New York again. He was wearing a Mets hat to show that he's from New York in this first episode.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's how you figure it out.
That's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of his character. And I think that Buddy still wears his Mets hat because I think that his character still isn't very filled out, and so he's just a hat.
Okay, but but we just to clarify, we both will get a point if the skeleton of Buddy's wearing a Mets hat.
He's wearing a hat, yeah.
Yeah.
They just left it on the skeleton.
Yeah, in memoriam.
This is how he would have wanted it.
Yeah.
So and then Melody is a lifeguard, so I don't think necessarily by water, but I think somehow Melody saves a life.
Okay. Well, she probably knows CPR and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Kind of have to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that Mr. Ernst and Lucy, who I don't necessarily know her job title, but it seems like she's maybe just like head of like ranch operations or something. Like seems like she knows her way around a horse.
HRO.
Yeah, HRO. Mr. Ernst and Lucy are a thing.
Oh.
Like I don't think that there's kid romance, but maybe there's some adult romance in this show.
All right. Go Mr. Ernst.
Yeah. And then I think in the end someone rides off into the sunset literally. Like riding a horse into the sunset for whatever reason.
That's a really good one. That seems like I feel dumb for not writing it. So
I just want to see it. It'd be a good shot.
Yeah, it would be. Oh man. Okay. Oh, okay. I just read. I scrolled. I don't look generally before, even after I've written all the predictions down. I don't look at what the last title for the episodes are until right now when I'm about to say, "Hey, listeners, we'll see you after the finale of Hey Dude," and it's called War.
Ooh. Things got real on the ranch.
Yeah. It's called War. So we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the final episode. Not really a finale.
Yeah.
But of Hey Dude.
It was called War. It seemed like it was gonna be some sort of like struggle over the ranch or something.
Well, just like this show, war is never ending. I got a really terrible write-up, but it maybe kind of encapsulates the whole thing. It says, it's the new kids versus the veterans in a game of capture the flag.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So the new kids.
Yeah. I mean, this hits us right from the beginning in the theme song. Is that we're watching the credits and there's like just two new cast members that were just like, what, Jake? Who's Jake?
There's two new cast members that if you weren't paying attention, you just think Ted looks a little weird.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, there was a cold open starring Jake, one of the new characters.
Yeah.
And we both just thought that was Ted.
Yeah, I just thought it was Ted.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Jake was one of the new ones, and then Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those was like Mr. Ernst's like nephew.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one.
I think Jake.
Jake, okay.
Yeah.
And so that was the team of those two, and then they put Brad.
Mm-hmm. She's new. Ish, I guess.
She's new compared to the other three who were the quote unquote veterans.
Mm-hmm.
The veterans obviously consisted of Ted, who is just as Ted-like as he has ever been, it seems. Super cool Melody.
Yeah.
And getting cooler by the minute, Danny.
Yeah.
Like wherever. Also, while we were watching this episode, I was like, I'm going to do some Danny research.
Try to find him.
Like you said earlier, there's after like 2004 or whatever, people are like, we don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Some people think he might have been a car salesman in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And some people say they still see him come into bars in Tucson.
Whoa. Man, that's a great legend.
Yeah, the legend of Joe Torres.
That, like, if you go to bars in Tucson, sometimes you'll see him.
It makes me kind of want to go to Tucson.
Oh my gosh.
Go to every single bar. Hey, you guys know Joe Torres? I'm looking for Joe.
Yeah, just like every Mexican American dude in Arizona is just like, who's everyone looking for this guy? Why do they think I'm him?
I don't know. He was like great in this episode though.
I mean, for as much as in the first episode I said that like Melody and Danny like don't have characters, and I said that they're just cool kids, like this one they're still just like cool kids, but they're like way more fun. Like
yeah.
They have stuff like I don't know. They have stuff that they kind of have like inside jokes, and there's this whole bit about how Danny was talking about this show that he used to like as a kid called like it was like Frank the Magic Shrimp or something, and then like him and Melody like are reminiscing about the theme song. Like that's just again like not really a character, not really a personality so much as just a character trait, but like it's still really funny. I
really think that both of their characters are essentially they're just fun-loving people.
Yeah, the one thing is that like part of the fun of Danny is that he's just like ragging on Ted, which we all love to rag on Ted, but like they like make comment like Ted makes a comment early in the episode like, man, Danny, you didn't used to be this mean, now you're really mean, and Danny's just kind of like, what? And then later in the episode like Danny makes another joke at Ted's expense. And Brad's like, yeah, Danny, you're like mean now. You weren't used to be this mean. And Danny's just like, what? What do you mean?
I like that.
Just ragging on Ted.
I like that other people in the show, it's like Danny's going down a dark path. And people are like, dude, no, seriously. Like, we're going to have to like stop hanging. We're going to have an intervention. Like, Danny's being mean now.
Like, Danny, we get it. But like...
I feel like everything Danny said this whole episode, I was like, yeah, Danny. I'm all aboard. Danny train. He was funny. And I mean, so yeah, it was just those two teams, and they were doing a capture the flag, and there was a tournament. I guess it was the Smelt.
The Smelt Trophy.
Smelt
was like the former owner of the ranch, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if we had heard about him.
And like the stipulation of the game is that the captain of the winning team gets to be senior staff.
And so it was obviously Ted was the captain of the red team. And then Brad was the captain of the blue team then? Because they were acting like Brad was going to, oh, how does it feel to be former senior staff, Ted? See, Brad was being mean, not Danny.
But like the game is capture the flag, but it's like not really like any capture the flag game that I've played. The rules are that each team is going to hide their flag overnight. And then by the next morning, like the other team has to retrieve the flag and then run it up the flagpole.
Right.
And then that team wins.
And did we ever find where was the blue team's flag?
So
did I like blink when they grabbed it?
Yeah, it was real quick. So red team, which is Ted's team, they put their flag in the lodge, and like their thing was like it's an obvious spot, but it's gonna be hard to get. They like set up traps for it. The blue team's thing was like it's going to be hard to find, but once you find it, you're not going to run it up the flagpole. We're still going to win anyway. So blue team's flag was like in Ted's jacket. They like hid it in a place they thought he wouldn't look.
Oh, they hit it on Ted.
They hit it on Ted, but then when they found it, they pulled it out, and it's this blue flag that says Ted is a dork.
Yeah.
Which, true.
Danny probably wrote it.
Yeah.
Mean Danny.
Danny's like, let's fly this flag. I'm ready.
Yeah. He's like, oh, we'll lose, but whatever. I guess no, they would win. They would win there. Yeah, and so they did that. The other thing is when the blue team is trying to get the red team's flag, they like hoist it up because they had a fourth. Buddy was around.
Yeah, he was with the blue team,
and apparently Buddy was supposed to be, according to Ted, his spy on the blue team, but Buddy was actually a double agent. And was helping them, but then they hoisted him up to like try to get the red team's flag, a la Mission Impossible 1.
Yeah, to like avoid the traps because there's like mouse traps and also bells. We forgot about the Mr. Ernst thing.
Yeah, the other side plot of Mr. Ernst is now a sleepwalker, and they find out right at the beginning that bells wake him up. So then he gives everybody cowbells, which they don't use, I think, at all.
Yeah, not at all.
But the one thing is that just sets up that the red team's flag has like a net of bells in front of it so that they can't get to it without ringing the bells, which would therefore wake Mr. Ernst up and get them in trouble, I guess.
Yeah, because Mr. Ernst said, like, no, capture the flag.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's dangerous.
I mean, they did some dangerous stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Buddy got covered in mouse traps.
Yeah, right? He could have died from mouse traps. That was the episode.
Yeah, I mean, interesting strategy, I think, by the red team of just, like, the game is you're going to hide the flag, but they didn't even try to hide it. They just, like, made it really hard to get, which is an interesting strategy, I think.
What would be your strategy for a on the ranch capture the flag overnight scenario? I feel like the rules should be flag has to be hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, I feel like you can't just
like
bury it in the desert, right?
Right, yeah.
Because like you may never find it.
No.
Yeah, make it really inaccessible to get, and then have the other team spend a lot of time on trying to strategize to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you like somehow threw it on a roof or something, somewhere that like you're probably not going to be able to get it again.
Just, I mean, yeah. Well, yeah. I was like, I could see hiding it somewhere up just as high as possible, and then it's just like, oh well, Danny died trying to get your flag last night, so I guess we're all going home. So that wouldn't be good. I was trying to find out whether or not, while I was asking that, whether or not the show got like canceled or what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't really see much.
From what I remember of that documentary, it seemed like the vibe they just gave from it was just like, we just did this production out in Arizona, and like there came a point where we were just going to make all our shows in Orlando. So that's why this show stopped and Slew Your Shorts stopped, because like those are produced elsewhere, and they just sort of cut budget there and put their budget towards the Orlando shows.
So funny. So while most of the show is technically shot on the property of the 10K Verde Guest Ranch, the familiar quote unquote ranch was known to television viewers was actually built from scratch roughly a mile away from the main public area. It was done so the ranch guests would not be bothered by the production.
Makes sense.
And so they could create buildings with more Western look, which was not offered in the relatively modern and luxurious ranch. So basically everything in the boys and girls bunks, the guest lodge, which apparently doubled as a casting dressing rooms, and the stable were all built for the production. And then after the show ended, the buildings were just like abandoned.
Yeah,
and then
left it there. I
mean, I don't know when this was written, but several are still standing to this day, albeit in much disrepair.
Yeah.
You want to go see
if you're real quiet, you can still hear Danny's voice.
I still live here.
I never disappeared. People stopped looking for me.
The reason why you don't know where I am is because there's no internet out here.
Keep telling people I'm Joe Torres, but people don't believe me.
It's funny just because now the set is located. There's actually on the Wikipedia there's like coordinates.
Like satellite coordinates.
Yeah. Interesting.
Wow. You can literally drive out there.
So now we can go, if we want to do a first and last field trip, first one ever, go to the abandoned Hey Dude Ranch.
Oh my gosh. Just film I guess not a live episode, but just film an episode from location. It
seems like there's a pretty square grid worth of stuff not too far away from it, aka a city.
Oh, there's towns.
Yeah, there's like a
Tucson suburb.
Yeah, it's not too far out from a legitimate suburb. So
I've never really been to Arizona. I don't really know the Southwest.
Yeah, well, let's find out. Yeah, just east of Tucson, not that far out.
Okay.
Probably a lot of meth there now.
Yeah. The only thing I know about the Southwest is what I've seen from Breaking Bad, so I don't really know. It's just like tarantulas and meth.
Right, yeah. This was good. The best part about this show, in my remembrance and watching it today, is the theme song still.
Yeah. Great.
That's the best part. And now Danny is the second best part. And also the legend of Danny.
Yeah. What a mysterious guy. He's just gone.
So weird. I mean, it's kind of funny because it's like I don't know if all the other people did much anyway, because if you look at their IMDb's, all of their stuff is like known for being on Hey Dude.
Yeah, except for Christine Taylor, that's the only one.
Yeah.
But the other ones, it seems like they weren't even, I don't know, maybe the Hey Dude experience was bad and they're just like, I don't want to act anymore.
I mean, God, could you imagine being in a TV show filming 65 episodes in just the middle of the desert?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah, that sounds not great.
It's hot in the apartment we're in right now. You know, like, I mean, our studio.
Yeah.
Well, like, our working conditions currently are terrible.
It's rough times.
So I couldn't even imagine doing all of that. But so, I mean, but, you know, so yeah, only Christine Taylor thought it was fun.
Mm-hmm. There was a bit that I really enjoyed where the blue team is trying to get that flag off of the, like, mantle, and they're, like, doing this thing with Buddy up on a rope and trying to avoid the traps, and Mr. Ernst walks in sleepwalking and they accidentally wake him up, and they're like, he turns around and he sees all this like teenage shenanigans going on, and he's like, what's going on here? What's the meaning of this? And they're just like, you're asleep. You're sleepwalking.
Tricked him.
Like, I feel like that's just like a classic joke of just like, this is all a dream. Right, guys?
Yeah, I think I've heard that one before. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I actually, when that was going on, I thought, oh man, all these teenagers. Immediately I went, oh, these are teenagers, and they must be having a really great time.
Yeah.
Then I was like, they're probably all 26.
Yeah.
Even like Buddy at this point, like actually kind of looked like almost an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Only a couple years later.
Yeah, with Christine Taylor being the only like actual actress in this, she was the only one I was able to like find like a age for.
Oh yeah, how old was she?
So like she was born in like 1971, so she would have been like
20.
Yeah.
Well, when it aired. Yeah.
20, yeah, when this episode aired. But like, you know, between the ages of like 18 to 20, and I guess like I would assume that the rest of the actors are in and around there.
Yeah, probably.
So they're just a little bit older than the age that they're playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would have had a blast. I guess, so, you know, it probably wasn't the heat that, like, scared him off. I'm thinking of as a mid-30s person trying to deal with, like, sitting around in the heat and acting, I'd have been like, ugh, I don't like that. But as an 18 to 21-year-old, I would have been like, this is freaking great.
Yeah, they probably partied pretty hard.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, being 2 feet away from Tucson.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, even just, like, being out in the desert, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, just going to have bonfires every night and, like, do some more meth.
When they had a probably not meth.
Play with spiders.
I mean, they had a pool, you know.
Yeah, someone's getting thrown in a water trench every episode, so you can stay cool that way.
Yeah, it was like they just like draw straws, and whoever was the hottest that episode like got thrown into the water trench or something. So yeah, but that's what I was getting at. If your nostalgia is there, take a peek. It's on Paramount Plus. Watch some Hey Dude. I mean, I'm not gonna rewatch the rest of it probably, but I might be humming the Hey Dude theme song in my head for a couple days.
Yeah, production value definitely went up. It's still, you know, there still is just like a ceiling for this. It's just, you know, it's just it's what it was for the time, is just like a kids show to fill in, like they needed content.
Yeah. I mean, great kids show. I mean, if you have kids, you should make them watch Hey Dude. It's pretty safe content. Like, there's probably no need to, you know, vet the show and see whether or not it's going to be okay. We did it for you. Your kids can watch Hey Dude pretty much at any age. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Especially if they're special and they don't want to take a nap. Say, you don't have to take a nap, but you got to watch Hey Dude.
Watch some Hey Dude.
And I will tell you this, every single kid in the world will watch Hey Dude instead of taking a nap if given a choice. So that's that.
Yeah.
Should we see how we did for predictions?
Sure.
I bet we did great. My first one is Ted impresses Brad. And I would say that did not happen.
There was a peace between them, but I don't think he necessarily impressed.
No. I don't think there was like a, wow, Ted, you really showed me, or like, huh. So I'm not going to give it myself that. My other one is Danny and Melody are dating.
I mean, they're real tight, though.
They're real tight.
They're like BFFs.
So, but completely inconclusive, unfortunately.
I think just knowing the Danny and Melody characters, they like have an understanding of like, yo, look, like we get along real well. There's obviously some tension here, but like we're coworkers. We can't do this.
Maybe they just make out on Thursdays, and then then they're fine.
Yeah. They just have a secret affair that no one else no one else at the ranch knows about.
Yeah, everyone thinks like on Thursdays Danny and Melody like play cards together, but really they're just like furiously making out. Number 3, Mr. Ernst is selling the ranch. No, that was my reason for the show to end, but they didn't decide to even end the show. They just had another episode. And number 4, Buddy is either dead or gone. Buddy was very much there and alive.
He's alive, and he's just like part of the crew.
Yeah. He was still pretty annoying as Buddy, but he was a little bit better as like a kind of a real person Buddy.
Yeah.
Instead of like this weird little kid.
Yeah, instead of someone who just like clearly won a contest or something.
Right, yeah.
Speaking of Buddy, I had that he still wears his Mets hat because I think that's part of his identity, and he was not. He was just a kid now. Just another kid in the desert.
He's now Buddy. He's not kid with a hat.
I will say, the show could have used more hats. Be able to help me tell the difference between Kyle, Jake, and Ted.
Yeah, well, they could have just not cast the like same white kid 3 times.
Yeah,
you know.
Let's come back to that for a second. Just like that, the show already started with, like, I would say a pretty solid cast of 6 main characters, one of them being an adult, and like 4 different looking kids, 5 I guess including Buddy, that like I think there's a lot you can do there. Like, why did they feel the need to add 2 more white kids, like 2 more white dudes especially, like
who looked so much alike too.
Yeah,
they all,
like, not even like a blonde kid and like a brunette kid, just like same like medium brown haired like Ted,
same haircut. I think they were all like the same height.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they were actually the nephews of people that worked for the show.
I mean, you like think of like the kids that are in like Salute Your Shorts. They look absolutely different, each and every kid.
Yeah. They couldn't find like a fat white kid.
Yeah, like just something so like you turn on the show and you're just like, yep, that kid.
Yeah, a ginger, maybe. Something.
Or like they even had the same character. They're all just like kind of dumb. Odd choice.
They were all like Ted Light, if anything.
Something was going on there where like maybe they thought Ted was going to leave the show, but then he stuck around or something.
Ted's going to go. Let's get 2 other Teds.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, my next prediction, Melody saves a life. Thinking back to the things that she did, is mostly just like being cool and hanging out with Danny.
She got tied up.
She got tied up because she tried to like, she was like done with the game and like wanted to just like have the red team win. But so yeah, she didn't really save life. Mr. Ernst and Lucy are a thing. We didn't see Lucy. She was in the credits.
Yep.
But she wasn't in this episode, so no point there.
Inconclusive.
And then the last one, someone rides off into the sunset. And we didn't even see when anyone ride a horse.
Did we even see a horse?
I don't think we didn't see a horse. We didn't see a guest.
No. Yeah.
It must have been like off season or something. It's just like the kids are just playing capture the flag.
It was winter in Arizona, so it was only 85 degrees.
Yeah.
So 0, huh?
Yeah, 0.
Oh, well, we both did terrible. Yeah. We had Jimmy gone for the week, and neither one of us capitalized by getting any points.
Ooh, yeah. We could have made up some ground.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Well, we could just add 2 points to our scores right now. You think you'll listen to it?
I feel like we should like make a stipulation that like Jimmy, if you come up to us next week and say like pineapple pizza, then we will not add the extra 2 points.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down. If Jimmy says pineapple pizza,
yeah, that's Jimmy. If you're listening, that's the magic word, pineapple pizza. You have 1 week.
on the podcast next week.
On the pod next week. Yeah, when we record next week. And then we
he
get with 2
he
bonus
gets a
points.
point.
He gets a point?
If he says it, he gets a point.
Okay.
If he doesn't, we get 1 point each.
Okay. I'm into that.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect.
Written. I think that's the only fair way to do it.
I think this is like a 50-50 chance this pans out. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully.
I feel like he likes to listen when he's gone.
He does like to listen when he's gone. But maybe, like, this is an hour in. Maybe he gets bored.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he, like, it's like he's got to go do something and he forgets. He doesn't quite get back to it before we record next week.
Maybe he's like...
He does only have, like, a day and a half to listen to this before we record.
I guess. Maybe he's, like, listening on 1.5 speed and, like, misses it.
Pineapple pizza. Yeah, we'll find out. All right. Well, hey, that's going to do it for Hey Dude in this week's episode of First and Last. Listeners, if you want to get a hold of us and do a show suggestion or just say things to us on the internet, you can.
If you know where Danny is, or
oh my
Joe
God,
Torres
if you
is.
know where the actor Joe Torres, who played Danny on Hey Dude, is, tweet at us at FNL Podcast. Or on the Gmail at fndlpodcast@gmail.com. That would be... Let's crack this code. We can do it. We can find Joe. We can send him a rose and say, you were good in this show. Thank you. Also, just continue to live your life, because we don't...
carry on.
Yeah.
Whatever you were doing.
I don't want to mess anything up. Like, if he's doing good, let's keep him doing good. But, we just want to make sure you're okay, Joe. Because that was a good 2 episodes. Also, how's Melody?
She's probably chilling.
Married to...
Yeah, she had like a full-on career and stuff. So like,
what if he's alive and he keeps in contact with her and Ben Stiller? He's like their secret best friend. That'd be awesome. All right, that's it. We're done. We will see you next week. Jimmy will be back, and it'll be week 3 of First and Last Summer Camp, and it's Jimmy So we'll see what he brings to the proverbial campfire. See what I did there? All right. We'll see ya. Goodbye.
all my money's in Bitcoin now. I'll never find it.